everybody, and welcome to another vlog. Today I thought I would do something a little different and show you how I put together my writing notebook, my author notebook. This is a notebook that I will be using to basically help me write my next book. So I dedicate a new notebook to each story. This way, I'm not distracted by other things I've written in here or other story ideas. I can take this book anywhere I want to go, and all the things I need are in it. So, if that is something you want to watch, then keep watching. So, this is just a simple little notebook. I got this off Amazon. I will leave it linked in the description. It's nothing too huge because it's not gonna write the whole book. It's just different ideas. Inside, it just has nice lined paper. It does have a bookmark in it, and I love that it has this strap so you can keep it secure and closed. And then my favorite part is that it does have a little hidden pocket for all of your little stickers or notes or anything you have to do there. I do keep the enclosure like this. This way the envelope in the back doesn't fall out and all my little things come. So what we're going to do today is, because I'm starting a new book, I'm going to start to decorate this and personalize it and make it the way I want it to be. Now, a writer's notebook will be different for every single person because everybody needs something. They need, maybe they need like a table of contents. Maybe they need to have a word count chart. They need to have different chapters written down and all kinds of things. Me, I'm very simple. I just need it to have a few things in there, and then I just kind of jot notes in it, write some new ideas, figure out outlines. Yeah, so let's dig in. So one thing that I did last night in prepping for this was I printed out a bunch of stuff. I really will one day get sticker paper. I always say I'm going to, and then I never do, and then I forget about it. Oh no, my butterfly. And then when I want to actually go do something, I regret not doing it. But this will work just as good. This is, again, this is nothing fancy. I'm not going to go crazy. All I have is just paper. I printed out. I went on Canva, found a bunch of stuff, made my characters, made some color charts, and then I went on Pinterest and I just downloaded some. They're for making stickers, but you don't have to put them on sticker paper. You can just cut them out and kind of glue them onto your stuff. So that's what I did, and these are just some things I'm going to add. And I'm going to be gluing them down with sticker glue. This is Princess sticker glue, by the way, thanks to my daughter who's at school. Otherwise she would not be letting me use her magical glue stick. Alright, so again, what I did last night is I figured out some quotes that I wanted to put in here. I figured out where I laid things out in my head to try to figure out where I want things to go. So I do have a rough idea of what I want it to look like. And we'll just sit here together and do it. So, for the first page, I saw this and I thought it was so pretty, even though it says 12 traveling quotes about Paris. Oh, by the way, this book is based in Paris, so if you see a Paris theme, that's why. It's based in Paris, and It's in the 1940s, 1950s. So we're gonna glue this here. This looks really nice. And then I do have a quote here, and then I will be filling out this part. So I'm trying with this new book a couple new techniques. I'm normally a pantser, so I just kind of write whatever I think, when I think it, and it just kind of goes. But I'm discovering that whether I like it or not, I need a little more direction. I need a little more planning so that I can have an idea of what am I writing that day, what is this character really doing. So this book, besides my nonfiction book, so I also write nonfiction and I write fiction. And for my nonfiction book, of course, I have to have pages and pages of notes and articles and everything to back up what I have done. But I don't do that for my fiction books. Fiction books, I just sit there and I just write and write and write, and then it turns into a story. But I get stuck very easily, and it kind of gets me frustrated because then I get writer's block or I get discouraged and I don't want to write anymore. So this time around, I really want to organize it. I want to get, I want to get an outline done, even if it's a rough outline. I want to get chapter by chapter outlines done. I want to be able to do Act 1. What's going to happen in Act 1? What's going to happen in the first 8 chapters? What's going to go on here so that when I am writing it, I kind of have an idea. So stick around for that journey and we'll see how that goes. This is going to be, again, my first time doing it, but so far, I'm really, really liking it. I feel like the anxiety of everything isn't as strong, and I'm learning more about the story faster than if I just sat there trying to figure it out. So, I do have a quote here that I did start in pencil because I want to make sure that the lining up of it was all good. The only problem I'm having is in my notebooks, I get worried about, actually putting pen to paper because if I don't like it, then it just looks bad. So I'm like, do I want to do it in pen or do I want to do it in one of these cool colors? I really, truly don't know. I mean, these are kind of like the color palette I'm going for. Let me see. What I'm going to do, let me get, let's see, if I was to do this, or should I do, or should we do it in pen? Oh yeah, we're doing it in pen. I just have a better hold on it. I don't know. I try to be all fancy, but again, we'll see. Maybe we'll use those for something else. So anyway, the quote that I found is, "And one day the girl with the books became the woman writing them," which I thought was so fitting because my main character just happens to be a writer. So it really meshed really well. All right, here we go. One day the girl with the books became the woman writing them. have like that really fancy kind of handwriting, but I've tried. I have tried my whole life, and I just don't have that fancy kind of handwriting. But I think it came out really good. And again, this is your notebook. So whatever you want to do to make this kind of your thing, that you're happy that when you open it up and you look at it and you're like, I'm happy with that, then that's all you have to do. So if you have to take it and print out them and just paste them on there or whatever, go ahead. If you don't want to, if you have chicken scratch handwriting, just make it work. Okay, so let's see. Just keep filling all this out. So I'm putting the date. So it's September 27th, 2023, because I want to know when I started this notebook, this book, so that I can, you know, kind of see how it started, when it started, and how long it took me. And of course my name, because this way, in case anybody, if I ever lose my book, I have it. Alright, I'll let that one dry a little bit better. But there we go. First page is done, and I am loving it. Pretty, pretty. Okay, and then on the next page, I just have another quote that says, the first draft is just you telling yourself the story, which is something that I am always having to remind myself, because I'm a perfectionist and I feel like it should be right the first time, and I struggle with that, and but I don't know how the story's gonna go, what the characters are gonna do, because this whole process here is just me figuring it out. So it's just kind of like a reminder to myself to just slow down and enjoy the process, and just enjoy getting to know the characters and telling the story. I'll let that one dry a little longer, because the last time I didn't, and it didn't look so well. So for this page, I did go and make a little thing on Canva. I just kind of took some Paris things, some writing things, some books, and just made a collage. And it just kind of gives me a little bit of inspiration as to the vibe of what everything is. So. See, again, stickers would have been better. And one day I will buy sticker paper. But until then, this works. And I think that's one of the best things about the way that I do my books and being able to print them out, is that this did not cost me much at all. Like, this isn't me having to buy all kinds of different things. I'm not breaking the bank, because I know some of us don't always have money to buy all that stuff. Would we love it? Absolutely. Like, I'm kind of glad that I don't live that close to a Michael's. Alright, so let's just take this out. I'll erase this. Okay, and then there is that page. Here. I like it. Just trying to think, like all these really cute stickers. Well, not quite stickers, but see, like, how pretty is that? What do you think? Should I do something? kind of wish I had another one of these to kind of put in this corner. I mean, that's cute. I think I'll do something like that. I think the pages need a little bit. Just a little bit of something. Yeah, this to me is nice and calming. I just really like it. If I wasn't recording, I would, I would have either our YouTube channel on or music on, and I would just be sitting here, relaxing, just taking this process in. No stress, no nothing. Yeah, I like that. And then down here, we have this one. But yeah, just taking some time, getting to know the book, thinking about the characters, thinking about all the things that I want to put in the book, how I want it to look. So this one says, "Closer to happiness than I've ever known." I like that quote. Yeah, I like that. I don't know, does this page say something? I feel like this one's a little bare. What can we do here? What do we think of that? Oh, sorry, I can't even see. I mean, it's not horrible. I think for right now, let's leave it there. Okay, so this section here is going to be a 2-page spread. This is where we're going to have my characters. I like to have my characters where I can see them so that when I am writing, if I'm ever needing to just kind of get that inspiration about the character, I can come back here and I can look at them and just, it's just easier to see a picture, to see them, to be able to visualize. So I'm going to put them in here. These are just pictures that I put, I got off Pinterest. Some of them are actors and actresses, but they just, to me, remind me of the characters that are in my book. So, and again, they're all from the 1940s, 1950s. They're so beautiful, so elegant. I am missing one. I don't know what happened to it last night. I had it. It was printed out. They were all together. And I'm pretty sure that at some point it fell on the floor and my cats took it. So I'm going to have to print another one out, which I'll do later, but I'll leave a spot for him. Okay, there's one. So this is my main character. And the funny thing is that because the book is still so new to me and I'm still thinking of things, there's no names. The only person who has a name is this one right here. And I don't know why her name was so easy, but her name's going to be Clara. I can't name them. This is harder than naming your child. It really is, because they already have a personality. They already have a way about them, and the name that I give them has to match that. And I just haven't figured out what I want the names to be. So this is the main character. This is the main character's best friend. This is her publisher boss, so it's kind of, their relationship kind of has this like Devil Meets Prada kind of thing. So there's that. Then we have, of course, we have to have a love interest, because you can't talk Paris without thinking about love. But it's not exactly a romance. That's the tricky part. There's romance in it, but the main theme isn't romance, which I think is really fun. Okay, so this is Mr. Right. But of course, first she has to fall in love with Mr. Wrong in order to find Mr. Right, because, you know, that's just how we do it. Somehow, I feel like there's more room here. So then we have, so this is where Mr. Wrong's gonna go, but I have to reprint out his paper. So I'll leave a spot for him. And then we have the adorable waiter, who is just the sweetest man there ever was. I wish more waiters were as nice as him. But again, they don't have any names. So I have to think of names. And because they're in Paris, I have to think of French names, which, let's just make the whole situation harder than it already is. Now I have to think of French names. Which also, this book is going to be very much like a French translation kind of book, because there are going to be words that I have to use and say, and different things they do that we don't do in America. And that it was different back then as well. So that's going to be really fun. I like that little challenge there, though. I think that's really fun. So let's see what we can add. Can we add anything in here? Let's see here. We need something here. Maybe we can do something. That's cute. What do you think of that? I like that. I think that's going to work perfectly. Getting it's been so nice getting work done now that the kids are at school. For my first book, I wrote it when the kids were homeschooled, so you can imagine how fun that was. That's really cute. And now they're back in school. I work, but the way my schedule is, I've been working more towards the nighttime, so I have, well, the whole time they're in school to get things done. So I'm really excited to start this and get everything going. I like that. Nice, simple, cute. Again, I'll probably end up adding more. I'm just gonna overthink it for a while. Okay, we have that. We have Act 1. And this is where I'm going to kind of put an outline of what I want to happen in the first, I'm gonna say about 8 chapters. I don't want to write like 1 through 8 right now, because I don't want to commit to it. I'm not sure how many chapters this book is going to require, because I haven't written it yet. It's still in the first draft and outline. And normally what I would do is I would count like 10 pages, and that would be Act 2. Another 10 pages, that'd be Act 3. But with this notebook, I want to be able to kind of do whatever I need to do. So if I need to go past 10 pages to write Act 1, then I want to be able to and not have to be like, oh no, I'm going to ruin the aesthetic of the book. I'm going to make it look all sloppy. I don't want to do that. So, like the rest, I'm kind of going to just leave. And then Act 1, today I want to start it, which I'll be doing another video, where I'm going to start the outline for that and get that all figured out. But so what the plan is that after I do Act 1, I'm going to have Act 2, figure that all out, and then write down what happens in those chapters. The hardest part is going to be not jumping all over the place and having like an ending here on this page and a piece here, but that's going to happen. That's going to happen to where like I'm writing about the first chapter and up here I'm writing a note about something that's happening like in the middle of the story, or I'll add this or do this, and I end up having like, but that's beauty to me. That to me makes my book look so awesome, and I love that feel. One thing I think that I am going to put is my color palette. I know I want to put this somewhere because this was really fun. I did this when I was doing, well, I still am doing because it's still September. I was doing this really fun Storyteller September 23, and this is really fun. I did it where you sat there and you had to like go through all of the different days, give you different things, and one of them was, what would your work in progress color palette be? And this is what I got, and I thought it was so nice, and I really liked it. So I'm going to put that there in Act 1 to kind of give me that visual, and I can always write around it and turn the page. So I'm going to do that. That. I like it. I like it. I love all these butterflies. Should we do some butterflies? Yeah, let's do some butterflies. Let's throw, you can never go wrong with butterflies. Butterflies are just so perfect. Him down more? Nope, I cannot. Okay, he stays. We'll have to just cut the end off there. Alright, so that for now is my little writing notebook. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but perfect. I really hope you enjoyed that. And I would love to see some of your writing notebooks. So head on over to my Instagram and that author Heather Spadezzi, and let me see yours. Share yours and follow me because I will be showing you guys more that I add in here or how it's looking. And I guess I'll see you guys later.